Square stock price have crashed 24% from its recent peak. So should we sell right now? And is this a crisis or an opportunity for us? Hi buddy, in this video, you will discover number 1, the massive Square news. And number 2, why Jack Dorsey, who is the CEO of Square, sells so much of its shares. And number 3, why Ark Invest has been massively buying Square stocks right now. And number 4, can Square still grow? And is it time for us to buy Square stock right now? Let's start with the massive Square news. On 4th of March, Square announces plans to acquire majority ownership stake in Tidal, which is a music app similar to Spotify and even YouTube Music. Square expects to pay a mix of cash and stock of $297 million for a significant majority ownership of Tidal. For your information, Tidal will operate independently within Square alongside the seller and cash app ecosystems. Think about it, Square a fintech company and Tidal a music app company. There is no link. So why? Why? Jack Dorsey explains why Square just bought a majority stake in Tidal. In short, he mentioned it comes down to one simple idea, which is finding new ways for artists to support their work. Okay. Interesting. Next, the FDIC just approved Square for banking license. Yes! Square Financial Services begins banking operation. The management mentioned Square Financial Services will continue to sell loans to third-party investors and limit balance sheet exposure in order to reduce the risk. However, moving forward, Square said its bank will be the primary provider of financing for Square sellers across the United States. Next, why Jack Dorsey has been selling his shares. On 25th of March, this article mentioned that Square CEO Jack Dorsey sold $22.4 million worth of shares. On 8th of April 2020, Jack Dorsey tweeted in his own Twitter account that he is moving $1 billion worth of Square stock to fund global COVID-19 relief, followed by the Girls' Health and Education and the UBI. From this, we understand that he is selling his shares mainly for charity purposes, and he already announced it since April last year. And based on this tracker, indeed he has been funding the COVID-19 relief. I respect this guy. Before we jump into conclusion and things that Jack Dorsey has been selling so much of his shares, let's look at the management team insider ownership of Square. Based on research, Square insiders currently have around 14.5% ownership of Square. In my opinion, this number is huge, which is a good sign. Let's look at other companies' insider ownership as a reference. For PayPal, the insider ownership is around 0.09%. For Visa, it is 0.06%. For Berkshire Hathaway, which is a company owned by Warren Buffett, the insider ownership is 17.9%. And for Tesla, it is 19.6%. Based on all these references, I can derive that the insider ownership percentage of Square is considered high, and therefore it is a good sign. Good sign! Because this shows that the interests of Square's management team are aligned with all its shareholders. Next, Ark Invest has been massively buying Square stocks. In this article on 17 February, do remember this date, 17 February, Ark's Katie Wood says Tesla and Square are on the right side of change after investing in Bitcoin. In summary, this article mentioned that Ark's Katie Wood told CNBC that Tesla and Square made the right decision to invest in Bitcoin. However, she said Bitcoin will need to mature before more corporations flock to the popular cryptocurrency. Right after this article on 17 February, Ark Invest has been massively buying Square stock from 24 February all the way till now. What? So, can Square still grow? Is it time for us to buy Square stocks right now? Based on market share, PayPal is still the current market leader, having around 62% of the market share. For Square, it is a small company compared with its peers, and this is a good sign because it shows that Square has so much market share to be captured and so much to grow. Based on Square's report, the seller's market is worth $100 billion and the individual's market is worth $60 billion. And as of now, Square only penetrated 3% and 2% of each market. And this is a good news for all Square shareholders because this shows that Square has so much room to grow. Other than that, the management team is planning to bring Square globally, and the next target is Europe. And the fastest way to expand a business is through acquisitions. And you're right, acquisitions. Therefore, in 2020, Square acquires European peer-to-peer payment app called Verse. Acquiring Verse seems like a good fit to expand Square's presence in Europe, and Verse team will join Cash App division within Square. Not only that, Square invests in Italian fintech Satispay. With 1.3 million users, Satispay is Italy's largest mobile payment provider, and its system is currently used in 130,000 stores, including big names like KFC, Carrefour, Burger King, and also Alchun. The management of Satispay mentioned, "Our goal is to become the leading payment network in Europe and develop an ecosystem of value-added services useful for both users and merchants, even the smallest ones." In my opinion, Satispay's mission is very similar to Square, which is to add value to both users and the merchant. Therefore, I believe that both Satispay and Square is a good match. What about you? What do you think? Anyway, do comment down below to share with us whether you think the acquisition of Tidal, is it a good move or a bad move, so that we can discuss further in the comment section below. Do subscribe to this channel so that you can receive more stocks insights from us and we can profit from the stock market together. Do watch this video right now to check out the exact price to buy Square stocks. I'll see you there.